For 2,500 years, a quiet agricultural system has outperformed cattle ranching in protein per square foot. It requires no grain imports, no industrial feedlots, and no refrigerated supply chains. Just water, fish, ducks, and time. In 475 BC, during the spring and autumn period of ancient China, a statesman named Fan Li documented what would become one of the most efficient protein systems ever created, a polyculture pond that feeds itself. Today, that same system can produce roughly 350 pounds of protein annually from just 1,000 square feet. And you can build it in your backyard for under $600. This is the system industrial agriculture never talks about. In his treatise often referred to as the Yangyujing, Fan Li outlined principles of fish cultivation that were radically different from modern monoculture. He didn't raise one species, he raised many. Each species occupied a different ecological niche in the pond. Surface feeders, midwater swimmers, bottom foragers, plant grazers. Instead of competing, they cooperated. By the Tang Dynasty, 618 to 907 AD, this system evolved further. Farmers integrated ducks directly over the ponds. Ducks fertilized the water. Fertilized water grew plankton. Plankton fed fish. Fish stirred nutrients from the bottom. Aquatic plants absorbed excess waste. It became a self-feeding ecosystem. No commercial pellets, no synthetic fertilizer, no waste. Only cycles. Cattle convert feed to protein inefficiently. On average, beef cattle require 6 to 10 pounds of feed to produce 1 pound of weight gain. Fish in polyculture ponds? Closer to 1.5 to 2 pounds of natural biomass per pound of gain, sometimes less when integrated with ducks. But the real difference is density. A 1,000 square foot pond can produce around 300 to 350 pounds of combined fish and duck protein annually. To match that with beef, you'd need multiple acres of pasture. And that pasture would require irrigation, grain inputs, veterinary inputs, fencing, and transportation. The pond requires sunlight and time. In the 1960s, fisheries scientist H.S. Swingle at Auburn University studied Chinese-style polyculture systems. He confirmed something remarkable. When ponds were properly fertilized and stocked with complementary species, production rates dramatically exceeded single-species ponds. Natural plankton blooms replaced feed. Fish grew faster. Costs dropped. But industrial aquaculture moved in a different direction, toward monoculture, pellet feeds, and centralized production. Polyculture was harder to standardize, harder to patent, harder to scale corporately. So it faded from mainstream discussion. Yet the data remains. Even the Food and Agriculture Organization has published reports confirming that integrated fish duct systems increase productivity while reducing inputs. The research was never destroyed. It was simply never popularized. Here's the core stocking strategy derived from traditional Chinese polyculture: fish species layered by niche. Grass carp, plant eaters. Silver carp, filter plankton feeders. Bighead carp, zooplankton feeders. Common carp, bottom foragers. Each species feeds at a different depth. Together, they convert sunlight and nutrients into layered biomass. Duck breed, the khaki Campbell. Khaki Campbells lay 250 to 300 eggs per year and thrive over water systems. Their manure fertilizes the pond directly. No composting step required. The ducks are not separate from the pond. They are part of it. A pond roughly 25 feet by 40 feet, averaging 4 to 6 feet deep, holds about 30,000 to 40,000 gallons of water. Stocked correctly, that pond can support 100 to 150 mixed carp, 6 to 12 ducks. The ducks fertilize daily. Phytoplankton blooms. Zooplankton multiply. Fish feed continuously. No daily feed cost beyond occasional supplemental grains. Over 12 months, fish harvest weight accumulates while ducks provide eggs daily. Fish protein plus duck eggs combined can approach 300 to 350 pounds of annual edible protein on 1,000 square feet. That's protein density few terrestrial animals can match. Here's the simplified blueprint. Excavate pond area, machine rental or manual excavation. Install EPDM pond liner, durable, UV resistant. Add overflow pipe for heavy rain. Construct simple duck shelter partially over pond. Fill with dechlorinated water. Inoculate with pond starter culture. Introduce fish gradually. Introduce ducks after plankton bloom begins. Major costs: EPDM liner, simple aerator, basic fencing, duck housing materials. You do not need concrete. You do not need pumps beyond light aeration. You do not need filtration systems. The ecosystem becomes the filter. Cold climates require planning. Key strategies: maintain depth of at least 4 to 6 feet. Use a pond de-icer to maintain a breathing hole. Install low wattage aeration to prevent stratification. Harvest majority of fish before deep freeze. Overwinter breeding stock selectively. Carp species are cold tolerant. Ducks can handle winter with insulated housing and wind protection. The system slows, but it does not collapse. Spring restarts productivity. The global meat system exceeds $200 billion annually. It relies on feed grain monocultures, fossil fuels, refrigerated logistics, concentrated slaughter infrastructure. But climate volatility, feed inflation, and supply chain fragility are increasing. Backyard protein production is not nostalgia. It is resilience. This 2,500-year-old system survived dynasties, wars, and economic collapses because it converts sunlight into protein efficiently. No subscription required. No dependence on centralized processing. Just water and cycles. What would 10 years of independent protein mean for your family? What would stable egg production plus annual fish harvest do to your grocery bill? How would it change your relationship with food? This isn't about escaping modernity. It's about restoring forgotten efficiency. Family documented it in 475 BC. Tang Dynasty farmers perfected it. Mid-century researchers confirmed it. And today, it remains accessible. The blueprint was never destroyed. It was simply neglected. Until now. If you've experimented with backyard ponds or integrated duck systems, share your experience below. If you're planning one, drop your climate zone in the comments. We'll build out adaptations for different regions. The next era of food sovereignty may not look futuristic. It may look ancient. And it may begin in 1,000 square feet of water.